Do, do, do. Dude, all these guys in this stream, they're just gonna stream snipe my draft, man. What the hell? Alright, let's see, we need one more. You can leave the stream on, just don't watch it. I wanted to I guess like have a record on YouTube, so basically if you want to join any of these drafts, then on the Runaways Discord, we made a draft queue. So thanks to guys who make this integration bot called NeatQ. I've used this in the past for other games that I play. It's pretty good to just like run queues if you want to do like pickup games. So if you join the Runaways Discord, I will include a link in the description, but we're trying to make a platform for people to, you know, find other players to play drafts and maybe like other games with each other. Currently we're just doing like pickup games, but there is the thought of maybe adding more structure later on. Maybe we'll do like a weekly draft league or something. Unsure what the direction is going to be. But that's the idea. We need one more person to fill the draft. Hopefully we get everything started by 7. Invite me in. Okay. Let me find the link. Oh, actually, I think it just popped. So let me see. Okay, cool. I think our queue just popped where I posted the link for everyone in the queue channel. And I think we're ready to go. So good luck, everyone. And we're gonna be starting now. Ooh, what a crazy pack to start off. Okay, so Monarch Draft is, I would say, for the most part, determined largely by the equipments that you get. There's some like really good equipments that can kind of dictate like how everything is going. Best cards in this pack, like Raiden is pretty strong in draft, like especially because like if you draft Raiden early, you can like your room died. So like Raiden's pretty good. Let me just have the Discord up just in case. Raiden's pretty good. Oh, okay. We can restart. Okay, this would have been kind of quite an interesting thing to create. Okay, new link. Man, so like that last pick, like Illuminate Red is one of the best light cards that you can pick. Then there's like a Raiden, a Red Bolt of Courage, and a Spilled Blood. So it's like super awkward if you pick Raiden in that pack. I think Raiden is like probably like one of the strongest cards because it just like buffs the power level of every single charge card that you pick. Like Take Flight becomes kind of nuts with Raiden in your pool because you can go like Take Flight, charge Raiden, use Bolton's ability, and then like play something else. And it's just like that's probably the pick. Spill Blood's also very strong, obviously, because you can go like Spill Blood, weapon, Bolton, weapon. So if you get like a Gallantry Gold, you get like 2 of those turns. I'm like a little bit unsure like which is better. If you pick Raiden, like you don't need Gallantry Gold really as much. Which is like maybe a plus. I don't know. That's like really hard for me to tell. All right, well, we're ready again. Good luck to everyone. Oh wow. Okay, here's another pretty interesting. Here's another pretty interesting pick. So chain is like, it's kind of risky to go chain with like too many people. Soul Reaping is obviously quite a strong card. It's probably like one of the best chain cards. Gallantry Gold is I was saying earlier that like Monarch is a draft format that's like really determined by like equipments. Like the equipments are usually like for the most part stronger than like everything else. Soul Reaping is a popper and like one of Chain's best cards. You can also take like Red Minnowism. So Minnowism is like a really good Bolton card, and it's also really good in Chain. There's also Shadow Puppetry. Shadow Puppetry is like really strong for Levia and Chain. My thought is that like for the most part, people should be like leaning towards drafting light heroes, and if we take Gallantry Gold here, like the second best card in the pack for us is going to be the Red Minnowism, and then after that it's like not that good. For Prism you want like either Herald of Ravages. I think I'm going to take the Shadow Puppetry just because it's like so strong for Levia and Chain, and it's like kind of sucks that we're like passing a Soul Reaping, but I mean like Chain shouldn't be like that overdrafted. Or I could take Red Minnowism. If I take Red Minnowism, like Belittle is picked pretty high too. Oh, this is a tough pick. I'm gonna take Shadow Puppetry, just because I think it's good for Levia and Chain. It's really strong. Deadwood Rumbler is like one of Levia's best blues, obviously, because it's a blue 6. So we have Deadwood Rumbler. Graveling Growl blue isn't as good, but it's a block 3. Blue block 3 is pretty good. Pulping red is actually quite strong. Like it's a it's not a popper, but like you can play it. It gives you like the dominate effect sometimes, but like more than that, I think also just like incentivizes your opponent to block, which is usually not that good. Other cards that are really strong here, I would say Courageous Steelhand red is pretty good. Otherwise, like kind of a weak pack. Yellow Herald of Protection is much worse than Red Herald of Protection. There's also like a Red Riftbind. I think the best pick is to pick Pulping, as it's like a rare. Potentially getting Go Again is like quite strong. But I wouldn't feel at this point that I'm kind of locked into Levia. Let's see. The equipment is still here. Rare is missing. Foil is missing. So they left a red Bolt of Courage, which is a really good card for Bolton. There's red Bolt of Courage. Yellow Zealous Belting is really strong for Prism and Levia. And then there's let's see, 2 but to me, the strongest cards here are Belting Bolt. Blue Void Wraith is like pretty good for Chain. Yellow Crackle is like alright. Dread Screamer Blue is like okay, but it's like kind of replaceable with like it's one of her best blues. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Zealous here. Zealous kind of opens us up to potentially drafting Prism. Oh, okay, so Stubby Hammers is in the pack, and Stubby is like one of the best like equipments that you could be running for Chain. There's a rare missing, and then I can look to see. There's one Prism card, one Prism card, one Bolton card, one Brute card, one Chain. Okay, so there's like there's 2 class cards missing, and then It's like a 50-50. There's not actually like a lot of chain cards that I would pick over Seeds of Agony, so it's actually like quite possible that there's a that there's a what's it called? That there's a Brew Drafter, and then also like passing Stubby Hammers. It kind of sucks. Like we passed Soul Reaping. This is like a really awkward spot now. I don't really know what to pick here. I think like most likely that there's gonna be like there's like Prism. I'm not really sure. This is kind of like the pack that like you should be like committing. Forcing Brood here is like kind of medium. I could take Yinti. Yanti is really strong for chain, but then I'm like passing Stubby. Pass Soul Reaping, but then other than that, like not really that much. Zealous Belting gets wasted and the Pulping gets wasted. I think to hedge here, I'm going to take the Seeds of Agony. And just like... Okay. So this pack makes me feel like, for sure, there's a chain to my right. So I think we can just like chalk up the Seeds as like a wasted pick. Like we would have picked like a blue Underworldly Bellow, which is like whatever. Like we missed out on that. Not a big deal. Enigma Chimera yellow is really strong for Prism, so the equipment is missing. I think it's Graveling Growl here. It's quite interesting. There's like a lot of like really good Prism cards still. But yeah, yellow Graveling Growl is really strong. It's a yellow 6. Smash with Big Tree is also a yellow 6. A little bit more playable usually, but I like red. I like red Smash with Big Tree much more than yellow. So I mean, like hopefully we can wheel either the Smash with Big Tree or the blue Void Wraith. It would be the best. Oh, on this pack there's no Brew. Oh my god, that sucks. And also we got past Aether Ironweave. Man. What are our choices now? We can, if we just like throw away these 4 picks, we could maybe pivot into playing Prism. Or like for sure creating a chain to the left. Like undoubtedly, like we passed Stubby, we passed... There's like no way that we can play chain. But then also there's a Leviathan to our right. But this is pick 6, so it's... I mean, like, it could just be like there's like one Leviathan on the other side of the table. The awkward part is that there's just like... The pack is just so bare that there's like nothing really good. So like potentially I could go Prism and I just like take like blue Impenetrable Belief. Impenetrable Belief is like one of the best... Oh, but there's no Prism cards in this pack either. It's like so loose. Man. This is awkward. I mean, I think it's pretty safe that there's no chains to my right, and so I think the best play here is probably to take the Ironweave and then just like, you know, just like try to make as good of a chain deck as you can. Like I think Leviathan is like you don't want to be in a 3 Leviathan, but and then like it seems like half the table to my right, like no chains. So I don't know. I think we're just gonna go. I think we're just committed to playing chain. And so I mean, like the rest of the pack, just like Omega Blinding Beam. What the hell? Red Courageous Steel Hand is like really late here. But potentially we could have been drafting Bolton as well. Blue Rifted versus Yellow Rip. I think Blue Rifted is actually pretty good. And then I'll take Time Skippers, I guess. On Hallowed Rites is actually kind of interesting because we do have Seeds of Agony. So being able to like get another arcane damage could be pretty good to avoid getting fatigued later. I don't really like Yellow Minnow. Whatever, blue clips. Yeah, I mean, like this draft has just been in like generally kind of awkward. This is like a hate pick if I picked it. Yellow Frontline Scout might make the deck. I don't know. Dude, maybe it should have just been Bolton. Maybe it seems like we're like in a Bolton seat. Yeah, so like, I mean, like pack 2 is probably going to be pretty terrible because there should be theoretically a chain like either directly to our left or maybe like one to our left. What am I looking for? Man, I definitely need poppers, and then I need like decent full deck cards. I don't know. I need a lot of health. This draft I think is going not the greatest. Yeah, super awkward. This yellow Zealous Belting is not even that good for our deck. Oh, there's another pulping. Dude, what if I just like threw away all these chain cards? One card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sad. Blue Refine is like one of the worst cards. Like this whole pack is just, yeah. Trip Blinding Beam is very awkward. Blue Refine is quite bad. The real awkward part is like if we do go Levi, like you can't really go Levi anymore. Like we're wasting like 7-8 picks. I think like realistically you can waste like 5 or 6 picks. This is the part that kind of sucks about Flesh and Blood draft. They're just kind of locked in. I believe Yellow Rifted Torment is the best card to pick here. Yeah. There's a Bounding Demigod red, but Lunartide Plunder red is actually really strong. It's a popper and it's like just like a 2-card 7. So I mean like Hog is also in the pack. I think if I pass the Plunder, if I take the Hog here, like for sure the Lavia player takes the Plunder in this pack. Hog also like probably doesn't make it around, so I think it's like a little bit better to take Plunder here than to take Hog. Oh, is that true? Yeah, because like Hog is only better than Plunder if I shackle, and like if I don't want to shackle at the beginning of the game, Plunder is better. And then hopefully we can wheel the Bounding Demigod. Would be ideal. Oh, so many good Leviathan cards. Interesting. There's an Arclight Sentinel. Surging Militia is red is really strong. Like one of the best generic attacks to be like attacking with, just because like it's basically almost always going to be like you know, like a 2 for 7 essentially. And then the plus side of like taking Surging Militia, especially in chain, is that you can like also tack on your weapon and swing with it. I don't know. I think if we get like a red Void Wraith, I think we already saw one, but like potentially if there's like a red Void Wraith, we could like maybe like pitch it to like play the Zealous Belting. What do we need? We need non-attack actions that buff our attacks now. Red Bounding is pretty good. And we do need something to like play with our Seeds of Agony. Red Adrenaline Rush is also really good. And like a race situation at the beginning of the game. I think I'm gonna take... if I take Bounding, what's gonna wheel? Maybe I wheel Blue Ghostly Visit. There's 2 here. But yeah, I think the plan is I take red Bounding and I wheel Ghostly Visit. I could take red Adrenaline Rush here and try to also wheel like a Ghostly Visit, but like for sure like the other chain's gonna like take the red Bounding, and I do need a 0. There was a red Bounding in a pack earlier, but I believe is one of the only good chain cards in the pack. That was a little awkward. Just like inf time skippers, man. I need no, I need like an Evon fold. Okay. Gonna take Frontline Scout here. Blue Void Wraith is a consideration. Actually, I think maybe the blue is better. I think the blue is actually probably better. I'm not getting anything back from this pack. Like this pack is just dead to me. Maybe I'll get like the blue belittle. I'm pretty sure Blue Void Wraith is better than Frontline Scout, because I like, you really want a lot of blues and a lot of block. A little awkward. Yeah, I need non-attack actions. It sucks. Overload is pretty good here, I guess. If we get any pumps with it, we can maybe like do something like like Howl from Beyond would be actually gas to get later. Alternatively, I could just pick another Blue Void Wraith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus A2, so I get 2 cards back. Probably like the 2 cards I get back from this pack are gonna be the, I don't know, probably like Blinding Beam, maybe Blinding Beam, and hopefully Ironhide Gauntlet, but Ironhide Gauntlet should be taken. Oh, it's gonna be like Blinding Beam and Bolt of Courage. Dude, so many good Leviathan cards. Luminosm is actually pretty good. We could pick up like a Belittle in the last pack. The rest of the cards are just dead. I don't know. This is a tough draft. Brandish is not bad. Yeah, we wheeled. I think in this pack there was another blue rift. Oh, I think this pack also had a red. Oh my god. There's a red bounding, so I think we're in like a 3-chain draft. It's just like super cursed. It's just a cursed draft, unfortunately. I actually think Rise Above might be better than Blood Tribute. Rise Above is better. This pack is absolutely nothing. Like a Blinding Beam and Bellow. Okay, that's fair. I don't know. What's a better hate? Probably Bellow is a better hate. Yes, Talisman of Dowsing. We're just drafting like an unplayable deck at this point. Red Yinti is really strong. Just like an 0 for 4 in chain. I would need this. I need like a Dread Scythe. I think that's like the only thing that's gonna save this draft, unfortunately. Oh, and this pack is just so good for Prism and Levia. We take Vexing Malice here. Just like arcane damage is really strong. Very unlikely that I wheel this Rifted Torment. In fact, I would put my chances at like 0, but you know, I can hope. Oh, they're just gonna get like a generic blue back from this pack. I don't know. This is just pain. Consuming Aftermath is actually pretty good. It's like a popper and we can maybe close out some games with it. Big Horizon versus Brandish Red. I believe Brandish Red is better than Seek Horizon Red. Just because I think most of the time you're kind of starved on action points. Crackle Red's really good. And this just makes me feel like I should have drafted Levi. Like, I don't understand. Maybe I just got like thrown off by that one pack. I think like maybe like one pack, like somebody just took like Levi card as like a spec. Yeah, we take the belittle for sure. Surging militia versus another belittle. I think surging just so I have a little more power in the deck. Pack 2 was like okay. This is pack 3 right now. Pack 2 is okay, but pack 2 made me think that there's like 3 chains. Dude, I think somehow this draft like morphed from being like a 2 Levia 2 chain in pack 1. Now I think there's like 3 chains and 1 Levia. It's just so sad. Actually, I think it's Yellow Tremor. I think Yellow Tremor is better than Yellow Rally. Yellow Rally is like a better blocking card. Okay, what does the thing say? Galaxy Black. If you played a card from your Banish Stone. Yeah, I don't know. Rev, the draft is just Omega Scuffed. I believe it's a 3-chain draft. I think it's like 3 Prisms, 3 Chains, 1 Levi, 1 Bolton. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. It's unfortunate. Like, I think if we just stayed forcing Levia, probably the deck would have been pretty good. Instead, it's just like completely unplayable now. Sucks. Yeah, dude, Bolton has to be just like nuts, bro. Dreamweaver's table. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. wonder if I think I just need the non-attack. I can't like free the pounding from my arsenal or from my blood debt zone. This sucks, man. All right, let's see. Okay, so we had a Levia directly passing into us. I think he's the only Levia at the table. Like, Alex or Pat have to also be chained. And this makes sense, like, two prisms next to each other. Ugh. Sucks. I have to work out the... Pat, oh, Pat's on Levia. Okay, so the final breakdown is 3 chains. Let's see. Okay. I have to play 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing Embaro. I'll make a game. I don't know why I have to... Okay. They walk in thinking fatigue. Yeah, I can't even fat deck. Like, what am I gonna play? Memorial Ground. I play the Talisman of Dowsing. Spell Void 1. Oh, dude. That's smart. Oh, I already submitted my deck. Unfortunate. Okay, so he submitted 31 cards. What is the play here? Definitely want to pitch Tremors. Don't really want to banish the Plunderer. I think we just get a card here. It's also possible that I think the play might have been to play Lunartide Plunder into Arsenal. What do I Arsenal? I can Arsenal Tremors? That doesn't seem that good. Arsenal this. The fatigue starts. I guess I played up. Okay. Okay, these are all pretty good things. Do we want to let him get a banish? Him getting a banish is actually not too bad. I do want to block it out so he can't blood drop weapon, I believe. And now he has to, I think I'm okay taking this. Take 2 here. Cause like if I don't block with my armor, then he gets to blood drop his weapon instead. Maybe I should have blocked Consuming Aftermath, but it's worth 6 attack. So if the plan is to fatigue, then it's better to be playing this card. Not sure. The only play is fatigue. Oh, dude, he didn't make a shackle. His Yinti is only a 2 block. Oh, dude, we're so ahead. Oh, dude, I forgot I had this in my deck. That's awkward. Huh. Look about time skippers here. You got Crackle Weapon. That honestly doesn't seem too bad. Oh, wait, he shackled. Okay, I think I block this, and then my play is to go. Let's just go again. Okay, so he's gonna weapon. So he's gonna weapon. My play before is gonna be to go brandish Wooten Hog, but I can just go brandish weapon, I think. Do the old 2-card, maybe 5, maybe 6. I think we can shackle next turn. Because I think the play is to go shackle weapon surging. It's pretty strong. Okay, seeds. Is that seeds from hand? Rip. So if I block this out, he can't. I think I block it out so he can't. I should have blocked with undo. Okay. Wrong. I'm definitely blocking with the Rift Torment, but I'm supposed to block the Rift Bind. Yeah, he dealt Arcane, but he has no resources. So he has this Rift Bind and Banish, and then he can't like weapon me. Oh, he dealt Arcane. Wait, I'm just stupid. Okay, oops. Well, you live and you learn. How much did I miss? I missed block 1. I missed 2, so I should be at 11. Okay, unlucky. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, so broken. Are we dead? Did he get a minimalism? Okay, so what are my lines? I can just swing 6. I could swing 6 into 5, which is pretty good. Can't activate Aether Iron Weave. I think it's a no blocks here. Oh, that's awkward. I wish I had blocked. I think I need to save Aether Iron Wave for like if I get to play my seeds. Rise Above is actually useless. I think the Shadow Puppetry is just dead. I don't have enough action points. Oh, I didn't want to take a blood debt. So I could have attacked with the Arsenal and the Demigon, but I just didn't have the action points. Oh, nice. We didn't vanish. Unlucky. Yeah, I played it wrong because I forgot that he could blood drop no matter what. I would be at 2 higher life. There were 3 chains. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just messed it up. It's not a big deal. Unlucky. Gonna share the link. Wait. Trying to get together a second draft on stream. Join the Discord. Would the game have been very different if I had been able to attack? So basically I get to rip like 2 cards. I don't know if the game would have been different if I had two more life. I would have to block the vexing. I just like weapon pass. I get to only rip 1 card. Either way, it's a tough situation to be in. While we're waiting, we can spend some time, I think, talking about the card. We're gonna do a draft primer. This is an old format, but not a format that a lot of people played. I have personally only played about like, I think 2 Monarch drafts before they announced that it was going to be the Nationals format. I played quite a bit of Monarch Sealed. And so I think we'll talk about it a little bit for anybody who is new to playing Monarch. So there's 4 heroes in Monarch. Prism, which is a light illusionist. Bolton, who's a light warrior. 2 shadow heroes. Oh, these are all light cards. Levia, so just shadow brute. And Chain, which is the shadow rune blade. And so basically for this set, there's I would say like 2 main separators. So there's light and shadow, which groups Prism as like the illusionist with the warrior, Prism and Bolton, and then the shadow heroes, which are Levia and Chain. So it's the rune blade and the brute. So that's like one way that the heroes are separated. And then the other way that the heroes are separated are kind of like in Welcome to Wraith, where you have like big attacks versus little attacks, I guess I would say. And so I think like the big attack heroes are Prism and Levia, and the small attack heroes are Chain and Bolton. Now, the separation isn't as it's not as important, I guess, as in Welcome to Wraith. Although I guess like in Welcome to Wraith you could technically run, you know, like cheap attacks in like Bravo, for example. So that's like the main like ways that things are separated, and there's only like a couple of cards that like really care about these types of synergies, but it's something to keep in mind. Also, like in Outsiders, because Illusionist is in the set, Illusionist has a lot of like undercosted attacks. So we'll just go over them real quick. You have a card like Spears of Surreality, which is kind of like if you played Outsiders, or not Outsiders, if you played Uprising. This is like Dunebreaker Centipede. There's a 1-for-5 go again, just like very strong. Prism also has a bunch of cards that are kind of like Emperor Centipede. So you have Enigma Chimera, which is just like, you know, like a 2-for-8. And then you have Heralds, which are her like light illusionist attacks. So all of them have hit triggers that do something when it goes to soul, and they get to go to her soul when they hit. So it's like a 1-for-7, obviously severely undercosted. A 2-for-6 dominate. This is like another like 2-for-8. So the hits, it does 1 arcane. And then this one makes a spectral shield, so it like prevents one, so it's also like a 2-for-8. Prism is pretty interesting because having soul lets you make spectral shields. So Prism in particular values the spectral shields a little bit higher than 1 because her main weapon lets them attack for 4. So it's like the other like kind of side of it. So long story short, basically similar to Uprising, you know, like 6 power attacks are really high premium in the set. So even though there is like a breakdown between like big attacks and little attacks for the heroes, I would say that in general, like 6 power attacks are really like everybody wants to play them. So all of the generics that have 6 power are going to be at like a pretty high premium. And then a card like Seek Horizon, which is like really good in Outsiders, I think has less of a premium in this set, because I would say that for the most part the heroes are less about just, you know, kind of like dumping all the damage in a turn, because it's not as easy to do that in this set as it is in, you know, Outsiders. Even Outsiders is pretty hard, but I would say like you get less awkward hands in Outsiders than you do in Monarch. Any attack that has like the potential to have go again is really good. Like Outmuscle is like quite strong. Even against Prism, I would say is pretty good, because like even if you can't give it go again, just like being a 3-for-6, being able to block and pop illusionist attacks makes it like worth it already. Rouse the Ancient is actually very difficult to get off. And then I would say like the other thing that's pretty important is, so like anything that has go against, like Belittle, everybody knows from playing Constructed like how good Belittle is. But like you can even play it in you can play it in like Levia or in Prism. Like I think the main thing that you want to kind of like clear any like preconceptions is that like the cards kind of go into certain decks, because all the cards that are good basically go into every deck. Even though like a 1-for-3 go again might not seem very good with relation to, you know, like other formats, the reason why a card like this is really good is because in Monarch it's like really difficult to use all your cards efficiently. Just because like so many of the generics are 2 blocks, like you don't really want to be blocking them. So any way that you get to, you know, play all the cards from your hand are really strong. A card like Brandish, this card is actually like, I would say probably like one of the best generics in the set. So basically like how you should be like thinking about like what's good and what's not. Anything that has go again is just like quite strong. These like 0 for 3 like conditional go agains are a little bit less good. Overload is like much better in a deck like Bolton, for example. And then other generics, like anything that has 6 power, so like all of these, like Wooten Hog, Pound for Pound, Rally the Rear Guard, all really good. Surging Militia is just good as like a, you know, like a damage card. I would say it's probably less good than anything that pops. And as far as Zealous Belting goes, kind of interesting. Yellow Zealous Belting is probably the best copy of Zealous Belting, just because it's the easiest to give a go again. Red Zealous Belting only gets go again from like 2 cards in Levia. One of them is a rare, and it only gets go again from 1 card in Prism that's a blue. And obviously you can pitch yellows to give us go again, and like this is still a really strong card, but you know, something to keep in mind. It's like hard to like, you want to like, this is not a 2 cost. It's essentially like gonna be like 1 card to pay for this, which is still like not bad. Like getting 5 go again could be like pretty strong. The other side of it is like where the big attacks, little attack stuff like matters, I think a little bit more, is when you get to like playing pumps. So the heroes that really play well off of these like non-attacks that pump are like Chain and Bolton. Bolton because pumping his attacks lets him give them go again via his hero power, and then Chain because like a lot of his stuff, like you need to play like a non-attack to like unlock some of your better cards, like Bounding Demagon or like Unhallowed Rites. So these cards are actually also quite good. Another quick thing is like the other half of like the generic cards are the light and shadow cards. So we'll just go over the light cards first. Light is, I would say like a little bit more generic than shadow cards. Like all the cards are like more like less situational. They're more just like kind of good all the time. This card is just Celestial Cataclysm, which is really good like as a, you know, as a popper. It's honestly quite difficult to get through cards in your soul. So playing this is not that easy, but you know, it's just like pretty good. Soul Shield is, I think, kind of a bomb. Being able to put a card into your soul plus for like basically no cost, plus be able to block on rate, very strong. Invigorating Light, like anything that has 6 power like is really strong. Also this, you know, fills your soul, so just as an attack also just like really strong. Like these are the things that you should kind of be looking for. So like Red Invigorating Light, honestly like all the Invigorating Lights are like fine, but Red Invigorating Light is, I think, like by far one of the best light cards to pick. Illuminate Red also like really strong for the same reason. Like it's gonna trade for 2 cards, or they're gonna give you a soul. Blocks 3. And then the other Impenetrable Belief, I think the best one is the blue one. It's just like a resource card that also is just like a block 4 against the shadow decks. So you know, like all the cards in light, they're just like, and it's like pretty obvious like why they're good. Like Rising Solar Tide is like a critical strike that is like 1 for 5, no go again, blocks 3. If it hits, you put in your soul. Like all these are just like pretty good. And a card that when the set was first out, I didn't really like think of it as being like a really strong card, but I think Seek Enlightenment is actually like maybe like one of the better cards in light, and I would pick this like really high just because of how important soul is for the heroes. But you know, like you have like all these cards are for the most part pretty good. Blinding Beam I would say is like the only thing that's like kind of situational, and most like you want to just like play it in, you know, in Prism as like a anti-popper card. But you get to the shadow cards and like it's kind of, it's not really clear like which ones are good. They're all like kind of situational. So like in theory that I think a draft table should have slightly fewer shadow heroes than light heroes. If we compare a card like Guardian of the Shadow Realm to Soul Shield, I think it's like night and day. Like Guardian of the Shadow Realm, like the only use that this has outside of, you know, just like randomly getting it off of like a chain banish. If you get it off of a chain banish, it's actually like, actually no, it's not even good because you can only play from your hand. Like this card is just like not like terrible compared to Soul Shield. Like you get to recur it, but you have to spend 2 resources to put it back in your hand. Then you have to spend another 2 resources, so it costs like 3 cards every time you want to like use it again if you get to like banish it. It's like not very good. Shadow Puppetry is, you know, like pretty solid. I ended up picking it in the last draft. I think it's pretty strong. But then a lot of these cards are just like don't really do much. Like Tome of Torment. This card is just like not good in limited. Arguably not good in constructed. Mutated Mask similarly just like not super good. It's like okay in chain, but you have to like work hard to, you know, get it off. I would say that Consuming Aftermath is like similar to Invigorating Light, a card that, you know, is like really strong because it's a popper, but like unlike Invigorating Light, this card just like, I would say is situational in that it's like really good when you're like closing the end of the game, which is kind of like what you want to be doing when you're playing a shadow hero, because sometimes like you do run into the issue where like you do need to find a way to close, but just like plays less into your hero's like core strategies. Howl from Beyond is very strong because it's just like a it like hits all the boxes like a non-attack action. If you get to like banish it, then it becomes, you know, like a 2 for 3 go again, but like without a card. So it's like it's basically like the same rate as, you know, playing like a 0 for 4. So like Howl from Beyond is very strong. Lunar Tide Plunder, very strong, 3 for 7, you know. But then like a lot of these other cards, they're just like situational. Like a card like Ghostly Visit, a card like Void Wraith, if you played these in constructed and chain, like you know that they can be quite good, but the main issue is that you just get choked up on action points most of the time. And like same thing like in Leviathan, like a lot of the times you get choked up on action points. But even if you do get to recur it, like sometimes it's like more of a liability than being, you know, good. Most of the time, like you're just going to be using these as blocks unless you just like randomly banish it. It's like really difficult. Let's see. It's like really difficult to you know, like play these cards like for value. I think like the best thing would be like if you had banished a Void Wraith and then you get to, you know, play like a 1 for 3 go again into like a Void Wraith like from banish, then you get like a 2-card 8. But it's like a lot of work, you know, to kind of like make these cards good. Blood Tribute, this card is just terrible. It's just like never good. And so it's just like super awkward to like get these cards to be good. So like compared to light, where like I would say like for the most part like almost all the light cards are playable with like a couple of exceptions. The shadow cards is all, you know, like kind of suck. And so I would say like on average probably like a draft should have like between 5 to 6 light heroes. Like 5, like probably the right So the sweet spot is to have 5 light heroes and like five light heroes and 3 shadow heroes. And that's kind of like what you want to be what you kind of want to be like thinking about, where if you know that you're gonna like you're in a draft and you see that, like, you know, you're not seeing a lot of like light generic cards, but there's a lot of light class cards, like it's not that big of a deal to be like next to 1 or 2 other light drafters. It's not a big deal to be like next to 2 light drafters, where it's like a huge deal if you're like next to 2 shadow drafters. Like you really do not want to be next to, like, let's say like if you're drafting Levi, you really don't want to be like next to like another Levi and like another chain. So I think it's, you know, it's like pretty good to try to draft light as like a heuristic. That last draft was just like super weird, where there was like only 2 prisms and like 1 Bolton. There was like 5 shadow drafters, but I would say that it's the exception rather than the norm. And so I think if you're like newer to the draft format, I think like it's pretty safe to just like not necessarily like force, but like favor drafting light heroes over drafting shadow heroes. The other aspect is that shadow heroes are like a little bit more difficult to play, I think. And let me see, we need 2 more for the draft if anyone wants to fill the draft. Yeah, so like I think the shadow heroes in general like a little bit harder to play, just because like you also have the added aspect of either like needing to avoid fatigue, or if you just, you know, naturally like you're going to die as Leviah because of Blood Dead if you don't kill them within a certain time frame when you start banishing the Blood Dead cards. So I would say in order of ease of play, probably Prism is the easiest hero to play, and then after that I would put Prism and then Bolton, then Leviah, and then Chain. Chain is, I think, actually like probably like the hardest to play, but I do think that most likely there's gonna be like a slight bias towards people who want to play Chain, especially at a tournament like Nationals, because of how good he was in Constructed. I think they're gonna all, maybe like if they don't do a lot of practicing for Monarch Draft, gonna find out that, you know, the Chain just this is like very difficult to actually like win with. So I don't know, that's my like quick little primer on Monarch Draft. I don't have like a draft strategy entirely figured out right now, but you know, that's I think when we do have something figured out, probably we're gonna post on YouTube again after Nationals. How do I? I think I have to like work out the permissions for this bot because I'm not exactly something has to be kind of messed up, but all right. Join the draft. Oh, okay. Says I don't have permission to view. Interesting. What are we missing? Vera, Lucas, Amber, Manton, Jason, Chase. Yeah. All right, good luck, everybody. We are going to start now. Okay. This pack, there's like a little bit less good cards. I would say that the best cards in the pack are going to be Blue Convulsions is pretty good to close. So you have Invigorating Light, which I think is by far the best card and probably what I'm going to take. You have Red Invigorating Light, Blue Convulsions. Red War Tune is also pretty good. And then after that, like all the cards are kind of like second tier. I think Blue Minnowism is, you know, pretty good to have in your deck. And then all the other cards are just kind of like whatever. Red Yinti is obviously really good for chain. I'm gonna take that. Okay, Plow Through is very strong for Bolton because it's a pump for your weapon. So if you have a blue and a Plow Through and a soul, you get to attack, you know, your first axe for 5 and the second one for 2. It's like a 2-card 7, but it's a 2-card 7 with breakpoints that are like more annoying to block than on a 7. So I think I'm gonna take this with the intention, you know, of drafting Bolton. The other card that's missing is what? Let's see. There's two Runeblade cards and a Brute card, and then there's 2 Warrior cards and a Illusionist card. So they took a generic. So it could be like a Popper or something. I think Plow Through is just like definitely the best card, and we're just gonna take that and go with it. Here there's a rare missing, and then all the class cards are here. So there's a rare missing and you know, and a generic. I think Warmonger's Recital is the best generic to be picking, especially if we are, you know, gonna end up playing Bolton. If we other than that, I like Red Enigma Chimera is really strong. So you have Red Enigma Chimera, Yellow Enigma Chimera, both really good. Red Graveling Growl is also, you know, really strong. And then after that, it kind of all falls off quite a bit. If we take Warmonger's Recital, it kind of opens us up to also like going chain. So we could be going chain. We could just take the Invigorating and the Engulfing Light here to just like cut Bolton, which I think is also not bad. There's an equipment, sorry, there's a rare and equipment missing, not a generic. I think if we just cut Bolton pretty hard, it's not too bad. We give up a Warmonger's Recital, but I think that's okay. And ooh, 2 Seeds of Agony here. There's a Prism or a Bolton card missing, but also Adrenaline Rush I think is also like basically a Bolton card. Just because it gets a +3 if you are lower life, so it's potentially like a 2-card 7. But what's nice is that because it's a buff, then you can also give it go again with Bolton, so it turns into like a 2-card 9 off of blue. I think that is going to probably be like, you know, the best card for just Bolton. I don't know. We're just kind of ending up forcing Bolton here. What are the other options that we could do? Like we could also, if we had taken the Warmonger's Recital, and I see that there's like 2 seeds here, you know, there's like a real consideration for like maybe going chain here and taking Yellow Seeds of Agony. But I think given the cards that we have picked, this is kind of the direction that we're going. And yeah, I'm gonna continue just taking just like hard cutting Bolton. So Leviathan seems also very open. Again, there's an Impenetrable Belief and an Adrenaline Rush. I think we're gonna pick the Adrenaline Rush again. Belief Blue is really strong. Oh, there's no... Oh, it's awkward. There's no light class cards in this pack. Man, it's always pick 6. Dude, pick 6 is just like the bane of... That means that there's like a Bolton and 2 Prisms, but then like half to the right. Oh, it could be also that like somebody like picked Bolton. So like 5 people. Oh, that's so bad. Alright, we're just gonna, you know, stick to the plan. We're just gonna stick to the plan and be sad. Dust Path Blue is, you know, just like a blue block 3. I think that's the pick. Via honestly seems pretty open. Hooves is, you know, this is super late for Hooves. Normally I pick equipment quite high. Yeah, red Underworldly Bellow also really strong. Maybe we're in the Levias seat. Dude, we're just like never drafting correctly. Unlucky. I don't think Blinding Beam is ever the right pick. Blue Minnowism could be the right pick if we pick up like, you know, Belittles. Not too bad. Second Swing is also quite strong with, you know, the right hand. And this is crazy that there's like a red Graveling Growl. So I think since we're like drafting with the same people, I think it's a little bit like of like a feedback thing where maybe like the Levias thought that their decks weren't really that good, so they're like kind of disincentivized from playing Levia. But like definitely like, should be picking Graveling Growl here. Like somebody should have picked the red Graveling Growl. This is like one of her best cards. So there's still a warrior card in this pack, which makes me feel pretty good that I'm not in a 3 Bolton draft pod. And you know, it is what it is. Underworldly Bellow is definitely the strongest card, so we'll just pick it out. Like the worst thing that could have happened is on one of the packs where like the equipment was missing, so there was like Gallantry Gold, and you know, as they picked the Gallantry Gold. But even if that's the case, the pack 2 should be like really good for us. Oh, it's a Hexagore. Interesting. In this pack, the best cards are Herald of Triumph Red. It's probably like Herald of Triumph. You know, the whole pack just like not that strong. Hexagore is sometimes good. It's a little awkward because like realistically, you can only swing with it like twice per game, maybe. Yeah, would have been interesting if we were drafting Levia. I think I would have picked the Hexagore, but I think here we're just gonna take the Express Lightning as like 0 for 4, and then ideally can wield like maybe the Impenetrable Belief or the Ironhide Gauntlet or something. I have to read what Bolton says. Does Bolton attack reaction banish a card? Okay, so Red Tremors is actually really good in Bolton because you can if you had, so how does it work? If you have used your Bolton ability, so if this is kind of funny. So if you use your Bolton ability, then you can just like end your turn on Tremor, and then it's a 1 for 6, which is really strong. I think Surging Militia is like more reliably gonna get the plus. Although the idea of going like Adrenaline Rush Bolton into like a Tremor seems quite appealing. And also like surging, they could just, if they just like no block it, it's a little awkward. You know, I'm gonna take Tremors here as like a, you know, to try it out. Here we take Pound for Pound. It's just like a popper. It's gonna be like one of the better cards. And you know, maybe we can wheel this Bolton card. Oh, pick 3. Dude, there's a Bolton like right to our left. How? They're just like cutting Bolton like Omega hard. There's like so many packs that we passed that just like didn't have a warrior card in it. Oh, this is so cursed. Well, it is what it is. Cards are all kind of weak for Bolton. I want to take the Courageous Steel Hand, but I don't think that it's like great pick. So here the option is to take like a Take Flight. Like honestly, like blue Take Flight is kind of bad like for raid, but you do need like a minimum number of charge cards. So yeah, we'll take the blue Take Flight. And then this pack, I think we'll take the blue charge card again. Oh, so loud. Illuminate Yellow is not that strong. I think I take Ironhide Legs just because there's not a lot of good leg options. Like you don't really want Time Skippers in Bolton. And yeah, we'll take the Impenetrable Belief. Oh, so loud. Let me. How do I turn off the sound for this? I'm gonna mute this. Right. Yeah, I think red Impenetrable Belief is the pick here. So what do we need to kind of fill out our deck? We need more pumps. And we need like go again attacks. So like something like we need like brandishes, belittles. We need like warmongers or Citadel or like minnowisms. Warmonger's Recital is actually really strong for us, I believe, here. And then I need a couple more charge cards. So hopefully, hopefully the table cooperates. This pack 2 has got me feeling like a little bit nervous though, because what if there's just like a Bolton like directly to our left? Even though we passed like a couple of packs, there's just like no warrior cards at all. Not sure. Yeah, whatever. Take the blinding beam. Blinding beam yellow is just not super playable in Bolton. And then here, whatever. I'll take a blue Yinti. Also not like super playable. There's cards that we cannot play in our deck. So right now we've picked 22 actual cards. We need 8 more, which is, you know, honestly like pretty decent shape to be in. The card that I'm really looking for is Gallantry Gold. So I want a Gallantry Gold, a Halo of Illumination. The chest that you want is, you know, either Ironhide or Blood Drop Brocade are both fine. And then what else? I need some pumps. So like Seek Enlightenment, Dust Path Pilgrimage, stuff like that. So here we can take Engulfing Red or Rising Solar Tide. I kind of like Rising Solar Tide. This seems pretty strong. Ooh, okay. So there's a couple of like actually really good cards. There's Dust Path Pilgrimage, Seek Enlightenment, Take Flight. Man, this is like a hard pick. I think like the best case scenario, like there's so many Bolton cards in this pack. The best case scenario is that like we wheel the Dust Path Pilgrimage, because Dust Path Pilgrimage is like one of the best or like only ways for us to like turn on second swing, unless, you know, our opponent blocks. Seek Enlightenment is just gonna like turn on basically like everything, and it combos really well with like these 2 cost attacks like Stony Wootenhog and like Adrenaline Rush. So I think Seek Enlightenment is actually like the best card. So like best case scenario, we take Seek Enlightenment and we table either like, you know, like one of these like charge cards, or I think Dust Path is like the best because we have the second swings. Is Bolt of Courage better than Warmonger's Recital? Yeah, I think we are very short on charge cards. I like Bolt of Courage here. And then we did say that we were wanting a chess piece. So this is not a bad place to pick up Ironhide Plate. We're giving up a blue Bolt of Courage, which, you know, improves our like turn, like going first plays, but it is not that good otherwise. I actually have no experience using Glisten and Bolton as like an attack reaction. So you can like Glisten as like a 2-for-4 like attack reaction in Bolton. This is interesting. I have literally no experience doing this. My thought is that the most consistent card is going to be taking Express Lightning, just because it's a block 3, and then it also, like, if we get to go first, lets us like put a card in our soul. Wow, this is the second Arclight Sentinel. Brandish is gonna be really good for us. Better than Take Flight, I think, for sure. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to, like, for sure we're not going to get for sure we're not going to get like any more equipments, because like we didn't see any. So I believe we just take the helm here and, you know, just chalk it up to, you know, being a little bit unlucky. Couldn't get like the ideal equipment setup. Here we take Solar Tide. Actually, I don't know which is better, Solar Tide or Seek Enlightenment Blue. I think because this is a blue, it's just like not gonna be as good as Solar Tide, which also blocks 3. And then I don't actually mind taking this Invigorating Light, you know, just as like a 1-turn play. Okay, cool. So this was the best case scenario for us, where this Dust Path Pilgrimage wheels, because like we have these 2 second swings, like we really, if we choose to like arsenal one of the second swings, want to have like a way to enable it. I like that. I like having this Engulfing Light. Okay, we get the Blue Bolt. Okay, our deck is actually looking pretty good. I think the Courageous Steelhand's pretty bad in our deck. I mean, like our main strategy is to try to, you know, we have like decent blocks, and we're going to be trying to set up like a turn where we buff our weapon with either like Plow Through or Dust Path Pilgrimage and give it go again. So we need, I think like I'll just take another whatever blue. We're probably gonna play this. So our plan is to, you know, accumulate. We need like probably like 2 soul. So if we have 2 soul, we can, you know, have like a really strong turn. And I'll just take this as block 3. Not too bad. Oh, great. Playing Bolton, the 2 hatchets. And we're the 2 spots, so we're playing Vero on Levia. I'm gonna make a play. And then in terms of like how many cards that you want to be playing, I think in general, like I don't like really need to fat deck in this format. I don't have a Blittle, so I'm not gonna be playing my Minnows. Like fat decking is not that good. And so I think running 32, like we could honestly shave down. What would we shave? Probably we'd be shaving these Impenetrable Beliefs, but they're so good into Levia, because anytime Levia plays one of her like you know, banish 3 cards from your graveyard card. These just turn into block 4s. I believe Bolton is like one of the few heroes where you actually kind of want to go first, just to get a free soul. We're gonna be doing a lot of blocking for the most part, and we do have the adrenaline rushes to kind of help us catch up. So I don't mind going first. We have, let's see, this. Oh, can't play Wartune Herald. I think we're gonna go first. Let's see. So, we can play Invigorating Light, or we can Engulfing Light, charge. I think I want to arsenal this Dustpath Pilgrimage. I think I'm just gonna play this, and you know, get a soul, arsenal the Dustpath Pilgrimage. And yes, the Hexacore. It's like kind of minus to make him, to give him cards to put in his graveyard, because you know it turns on everything. But also, like, if he puts Blood Dead in his graveyard, then he's gonna be on the clock earlier, and it's gonna be hard for him to block. Oh, this is like a really good card for us. So I think like the best play for us to go next is to play the Adrenaline Rush into the Rising Solar Tide. So we like want to block 1 card ideally, and then if the Rising Solar, like, if he lets it hit, then we are going to set up like another like pretty strong turn with the Dustpath Pilgrimage. We can go Dustpath, weapon. So I'm gonna be blocking, you know, the cross the line, and then I'm gonna be playing these 2 cards is my plan. Okay, he has Dominate. Oh, okay. Oh, just pass? Okay, interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna play the Adrenaline Rush for 7. And really, like, this is the reason why this card's so strong, because it's like the raid is kind of nuts if you have soul. And you just want to like pair it with like all of these cards that let you get soul without going minus. Like charging a card for soul is rarely worth it. Obviously like really good going first. Which is also why like the invigorating lights are so good. Like this card is just really good no matter what. Like even the yellow one. Because if your turn is just like, you know, you play it for whatever, you do like a 2-card 5. 2-card 5s are honestly not like terrible in this format. Now we can give it a go again. We'll attack with this. And he's letting it hit, so we get our soul again, which is really strong. Okay, so let's plan our turn out. So ideally we play the 2 plow throughs, give it go again. That costs 3, and then we can play the invigorating light. Okay. We're attacking with this for 8, and then we want to, you know, give it go again, and then we'll attack with this, and we'll have a soul again for the next turn. So the awkward part here is that we actually can't get go again with anything. So probably the best is to charge. We want the adrenaline rush, so we probably just charge the rising solar tide. And I mean, like if he like he's gonna block this probably with an attack, so we can give it go again, and then oh, he doesn't block. Okay. Then we'll arsenal this. Cool. So he banished a card. Our play next turn is actually also quite good. We can go seek. What can we do? We can go seek adrenaline. We can go seek adrenaline rush. Give it go again. Tremors. Yeah. No pummels in this set that you have to really play around. So, I mean, like adrenaline rush kind of sucks, being that it's like is there any other play? So we can go seek, tremors, go again, weapon. I think this is just us. attack for 7 here. Go again and attack for 7. Yeah, we can push it to 10, but I think this way we get to attack 6 into... We get our 7 into 6, which I don't think you can like block out. We're just doing 13, which you can't block out with 4 cards. But yeah, it is kind of cool that Tremors kind of works as like an attack reaction with Bolton. I ended up picking it over the Surging Militia, I think, because of how efficient the plays can be with Tremor as like a turn ender. What was the draft breakdown? So there is 2 prisms. Arrow prism. So who won? So Manton won. George won. So I think I played George. Or Jason. No, Jason's playing Manton. I should be playing the winner of George versus Chase. Hey, how's it going? Is this 7 creative? Have you played any other card games? I would say that Flesh and Blood is one of the easier games to initially get into, because honestly, like, you can make like whatever plays, and the difference between making like a really bad play and like a really good play is like somewhat close. But because they're so low variance, these little like things that you're like messing up are going to be, you know, the reason why you like win and lose. The hard part about playing this game is just like, you know, always like choosing like the right decisions. Yeah, there's not a ton of complex interactions between cards. It's not really like a card interaction. At least not at this point in the game. Most of the game is focused around having a better overall strategy than your opponent and not making, you know, like mistakes. Yeah, there definitely can be some decks that, you know, you're gonna have to like learn. Do you have to set moves up? You have to set moves. It depends. Like some decks do set up turns, and some decks, you know, just play like the cards that they get every turn. Mostly those decks are going to be blocking a lot more. And I would say that for the moves that you have to set up, it's like because you see so much of your deck because you draw 4 cards every turn. I mean it's less than Pokemon. Like Pokemon, you draw like 15 cards every turn, but like because you draw so many cards every turn, you do have kind of like a couple of set plays that you know, like I want to play like this type of card with that type of card. So I'm gonna like save one of them in my arsenal, which is like the place where you can like hold on to a card for future turns, and I'm gonna wait until I draw, you know, like the other half of like the turn that I was trying to do. So it's like some of it is that, but like not all of the decks rely on doing that. I think the best beginner heroes to learn are probably gonna be like if you learn how to play like a guardian, like Bravo is gonna be the guardian that is legal for constructed play. I think is a pretty good like intro hero because it like the plays are pretty straightforward, and then you learn a lot about, you know, how the other decks like to play because you're gonna end up be doing some blocking. Another good hero to kind of learn how to play the game on, I would say, is I would also suggest people pick up probably like Fi is pretty straightforward, or Dash. Dash is also pretty straightforward, and she has like these items to like set up. Either she like sets up like her weapon to like attack, or she does like attack. She does like a lot of attacks with like go again. Yeah, definitely try out like a lot of different heroes. This game is somebody made a video where they compared this trading card game to kind of like a fighting game, where honestly like a lot of the decks end up playing, like the way that they end up playing out are a little bit different from each other, and so a lot of people in this game end up finding like a hero or like a deck that like really meshes well with their preferred play style. I would try to do that. I think if you try out like all of the decks, then you're gonna get a feel for like what kind of things that you like, what kind of things that you don't like. And yeah, like Red Tail Talon said, if you go on Felt Table, you can like try out like a couple different decks. I would also recommend going to Fabrary, fabrary.net, which is a website that people post there. It's like where so people post their decks, so you can just like go here. If you go to like the tournament result, you can like look at decks that have been winning tournaments or top 8ing, and then you can go on like on Felt Table and like try these decks out, you know, before you spend any money buying cards. But yeah, I would recommend, I think Fi is pretty straightforward, and Fi, Bravo, or what's his name? Somebody said in the chat. Oh, Dash. Okay, I think I'm playing Chase. I want a deck that is really good. I don't have a huge budget really. What's like not a huge budget? So like one of the downsides I think for this game, it depends like what you want to be doing, but like if you want to like compete against people who like at tournaments, I think most decks you have to invest like at least a couple $100s into. It's like a little bit different from Pokemon in that sense. But I think like, oh, you do have a big budget. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I think spend up to 15. Okay, that's definitely more than enough. So here I think my best play is going to be to charge this Express Lightning and then to Arsenal the Brandish. Yeah, it's really hard to say because like, so So basically, one of the decks, the way that this game handles rotation is once a deck has, like, decks accumulate points from winning tournaments, either like really big tournaments or even like local tournaments. They accumulate points, and once a hero accumulates like a certain amount of points, then that hero becomes not legal for constructed play anymore. So basically, pretty recently there was a hero called Oldham who was kind of like a litmus test type of hero, where it's like basically like your deck needs to be able to beat this deck or it's not like a great deck to play. So I mean, like, that deck is rotating out, and so it's like really hard to say. A new set is about to come out in like a month and a half, and so there are a lot of there's like a lot of gonna be a lot of like changes. So one thing that we could do is we could pitch the blue. What is our best line? So we could attack with Brandish, see if it hits, Weapon, Soul. Weapon, Soul, that's 2 resources. Dust Path, Weapon. Oh, we can't do that. So we would be playing like Brandish, Weapon, Soul, Invigorating Light. I guess like the best play is no block. But if we pitch a blue, then we can use equipment twice. How do I get this Brandish out of my arsenal? I think it's a no blocks. So I think ideally I want to save this Dust Path Pilgrimage. So I think my plan is to, if the Brandish hits, Weapon, give it a go again, you know, Invigorating Light. I was like a little awkward. I need like one more resource to like be efficient. So I will weapon here. Dude, that's cool. What region are you playing in? I'm gonna give this go again. for 5. I think last turn I could have used my 2 equipments. I really want to find a turn where I just like use 1 blue and I use all 3 of my equipments at the same turn. Is gonna be, I think, like the best for me. And then a blue with Dustpath Pilgrimage is pretty strong. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I think for the most part, one of the nice things about playing this game is that everyone is, for the most part, pretty helpful and supportive. So I think if you go to your first armory and you ask, there's definitely like everybody around your area should be able to help you figure out like what deck is best for you to play. Yeah, everything I can do, I just need like 1 more soul. I can go like Dustpath Pilgrimage, Weapon, Soul. Oh, I just need 1 more soul. Like, then I could go like second swing Solar Tide, and I'll get the soul, but I can't give it go again. That's super awkward. If I had 2 soul, then my turn would be actually kind of nuts. So if I use my helm, maybe he's gonna... Oh yeah, a lot of people buy cases. Kind of awkward that we have the second swing. The second swing basically is not going, like, I can draw into my plow through. That's gonna be like the only way that I can play it. Alternatively, I can just I can just play the second swing and then pitch the Solar Tide to weapon, but it's only 1 more damage, and then I don't get like a soul to continue. Plus I am using the card. But I think this is best. Now he gets an easy block because he can just block Iron Weave and a card, which I think he should do. This is Red Solar Tide, it'd be a lot better. Yeah, I think they're gonna cash in on the fact that everybody loves collecting alternate art angels. Oh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they already revealed that one of the Marvels is an angel though. Like Bologna or whatever she's called. Oh. That's kind of a scary spot to no block. Like my play doesn't really work that well without it. So this is like effectively 7. Marvels are a different rarity for cards, and they're basically like you know how in Pokemon there's like secret rares which have like different art. The Marvels are in this game, it's just like a cold foil, which is like a different foiling type. It's like a cold foil, like full art version of a card. There's like equivalent to, yeah, like a secret rare, like trainer or something. And people go crazy over collecting these things, especially for like decks that they like. The second swing in my arsenal is just gonna be the bane of my existence. Okay, I mean, he should block here with 2 cards, which is pretty good for me. If he doesn't block with 2 cards, I get to just like attack for 4 here. Oh my. Yeah, that Bolt of Courage not really should have just blocked. So my plays are quite bad. Block 2. Oh my god. Okay. In order, so like, let's see, what are the cards I want to block with? I want to block with Tremors. I think the card that I want to leave in my hand last is Engulfing Light, so I'm gonna plan to block 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be the order of the cards that I block in. Okay, so this Rip. Oh, except if Rip comes first, I'm gonna block 3. I think he is dead to blood. Yeah. Too much. All right, I think everybody's kind of done in the draft, so I hope everyone had a good time watching the stream. Remember, I offer free coaching, so I think I posted on Twitter. If you fill out this Google form, does this link still work? Yeah, if you fill out this Google form, then all you have to do is like record some videos of yourself playing, and I will coach you for free on stream. Right now we haven't been doing a lot of the coaching streams because I have not received any new submissions. So if you submit your gameplay videos, then I will review them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next stream.